स्थितप्रज्ञस्य का भाषा समाधिस्तस्य केशव स्थितधि किं प्रभाषेत किमासीत व्रजेत किम्. Yesterday we had finished with when the thoughts totally get established in the Brahman, then wisdom is attained. Now Arjuna asks Krishna, Sthita Prajnasya ka bhasha? What is the language of the person who is totally established in the Brahman? He is strongly established in the Brahman. Such a person, how does he speak? Such a person, how does he remain? How does he move about? So you should tell me the characteristics of a jnani. A sthita prajna is one who is established in the thought aham brahmasmi, I am that supreme Brahman. One who is totally established in that thought is a sthita prajna. And now Krishna replies for that. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Prajahati Yada Kaman Sarvan Partha Manogatan Atman Yevatmana Tushtaha Sthita Prajnastadhochyate. Prajahati Yada Kaman Sarvan Partha Manogatan. Arjuna, one who totally gives up all desires, all sorts of desire that arise in one's mind. He gives up all that. He doesn't have any desire at all. Atmanyeva atmana tushtaha. He is satisfied in being established in the Atma. He finds contentment, happiness in being the Atma itself. When the highest experience is attained, then the mind doesn't go after lower things, right? So we already saw that Brahmanandam is the highest happiness that is available. So when you are experiencing that utmost happiness, then your mind doesn't go after lower, cheaper things. So, a sthita prajna is without any desires and he finds happiness in being established in the Brahman. From here, throughout this chapter, till the end of this chapter, Krishna speaks on the characteristics of a sthita prajna. How does a jnani behave? Very important and very interesting, right? How does a wise person behave? How can you actually recognize that a person is enlightened? He is established in the Brahman. Next shloka. Dukkeshvanuvidna manaha sukeshu vigatasprihaha Vitaraga bhaya krodhaha stitadhir muniruchyate. Dukkeshu anu udvigna manaha. He is not agitated by any sorrow. If something bad happens, then he doesn't become sad. He doesn't get tensed. He is not agitated in any way. Sukeshu vigatas prihaka. And if at all there is some happiness, some joy, then that also he doesn't bother. Fire, when it is burning, you just pour some ghee into it, or you put some fuel into it, then it burns even stronger. Like that, when we attain something that we like very much, some joy or happiness we attain in life, means we will crave for more. We will feel, oh, I should always be this happy. I should get more and more of this. That is the general nature of a person. But this Sthita Prajna, he is totally unattached to any sort of joy or comfort. Vita Raga Bhaya Krodha, he is devoid of any attachment. He is devoid of fear. He doesn't fear anything at all. He is devoid of anger, discontentment. You want something, but you don't get it. Then that only becomes the cause of your anger. Here, this person, he doesn't get angry. He doesn't fear anything at all. And he is totally devoid of any attachment towards things. And such a person is called a Muni. Munihi. Adi Shankara in his Bhashyam says he is a sannyasi. So, a sannyasi is not one who wears ochre robes or something. Sannyasi is one who is not agitated by sorrows. He is not excited by joys. He is devoid of any attachment. He doesn't fear anything. And he is totally devoid of anger. Then Krishna continues, Yas sarvatra nabhisnehaha tat prapya shubha shubham nabhinandanti nadveshti tasya prajna pratisthita. Yaha sarvatra anabhisnehaha, one who doesn't have any affection towards everything. He is not attached towards his own body. He doesn't have any affection towards himself, and he doesn't have any attachment towards others also. Tattat prapya shubha shubham nabhinandanti na dveshti. On attaining anything that is auspicious, he doesn't become happy, and on attaining anything that is unwanted, he doesn't become sad also. Previous shloka we saw, he doesn't become agitated due to sorrow. And here, that sorrow itself, how it is caused? Sorrow is caused because you develop a feeling that, oh, why did this happen to me? It should not have happened. Or, oh, very good. I have got this. That gives rise to happiness. So, next shloka, he says, he doesn't become happy or sad at all due to the circumstances, due to the various incidents that happen in his life. Tasya prajna pratishtita. His intelligence is totally established in the Brahman. He is always in that state of ananda. So he is just totally unaffected by anything that is happening in the day-to-day life. Yada samharate chayam kurmongani va sarvashah indriyani indriyartebhyah tasya prajna pratishtita. A tortoise it actually draws in all its organs. When it feels there is some danger from something, then it draws all its organs inside the shell and it remains within. Like that, this Sthita Prajna, he draws all his senses within. His sense of seeing, his sense of hearing, his sense of smell, his sense of touch, his sense of taste, everything. They don't travel outward. Totally, he has controlled his senses and they all are directed within towards the Atma only. So all his senses are drawn away from the various pleasures. And again Krishna says, Tasya prajna pratishtita. Tasya prajna pratishtita. His intelligence is totally established only in the Brahman. He doesn't have any other consciousness. He is not conscious of anything at all. Totally devoid of body consciousness. He is aware always only about the Brahman. We'll stop with this for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Let's see what the Lord has to say about Sthita Prajna further. Hare